We got Leech Motorsports in the house tonight. I just thought I would get on here, talk to you guys real quick, and do a giveaway. We're gonna do some merch. We're gonna do some Leech Motorsports merch tonight. I'm not gonna give anything away, guys, but you can imagine there's been some tuning going on tonight. So let's do a little bit of a giveaway. We'll wait, let some people get in here. Check this out, guys. This is how real it is. Check it out. What's going on, Josh? Yeah, what's going on? What's going on, Drewby? So yeah, like I said, we got Leech Motorsports in the house. Does anybody have any questions? Anything you want to get off your chest tonight? Yeah, family is everything. What's going on? Sorry couldn't make it to the LMR cruise. That's cool. We had a blast. We had a blast at the LMR cruise for sure. Fake Snake, what's going on? So we're going to do a little bit of a giveaway. Show you guys what we got here. The beer, we're not giving that away. We're keeping those. But what's going on, Ryan? Donnie B in the house. Yeah, Leech is the man. Excellent Terminator X info. This is true. Definitely. What's going on, Lamar? Will tuning do much for an NA Fox? Matt?
Yeah. Why would it? Any car. Any car.
Yes. Tuning will. Now, look, you guys know how I feel about a lot of this stuff. If your car is pretty mild, I mean, I'm going to say you can probably just manage that yourself. But yes, it absolutely will. Matt's going to kill me for saying that, but I'll take the beer. What's going on, Rusty? So any other questions that you guys have? We're only going to be on for probably about 15 minutes or so tonight. Something like that. Do you still have the Lightning? No, the Lightning is gone. Keep the beer. What's going on? Checking in from Texas. What's going on, Kyle? I enjoyed our trip to Texas. So thank you guys for the hospitality. Boatwright, what's going on? Second Shift Racing. What's going on, Garrett? What? You mean what, Garrett? You even know what you're talking about? Got that paint. Awesome, Mar. Good deal. Go ahead and get that thing done. What's my favorite year of Fox body? Really, I'm an Aero guy, so 87 to 93. But it doesn't matter to me, man. If it's right, if it's done right, I don't really care. I'm kind of liking these Capris now.
Yeah, those Capris are.
Yeah, kind of liking these Capris.
85 and 6.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, David's really, to be honest.
Yeah, so they're asking, am I coming to Charlotte? No, but these guys are. So,
We are.
So they will
We're
be
trying.
there.
We're
Yeah,
trying.
Come stop by the booth.
Yeah,
Come
absolutely.
say what's up.
Stop by the booth. Also, so you guys going to be doing some live tuning, right?
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a big screen set up right there. We got a solar power system out there, so we'll be like laptops out in the booth the whole time, drinking beer, hanging out.
Cool.
And we got a big like 20 by 10 tent, so everybody can just kind of.
So do you know how they can find you? Do you know where you guys will be? Like any landmarks or anything?
Just in the vendor section. We don't know what exact spot they have picked out for us, but we'll just be with all the vendors.
Okay.
Which we've only seen. There's only
It's a
maybe
pretty small list.
yeah, only a few. So
Okay.
should
Well,
find
good
us
deal.
pretty easily. We got some flags and stuff. Just look for
Nice.
the logo.
So, like I said, they'll be doing some tuning and things like that. If you guys want to go over and check them out, go ahead. Typo, what perfume you wearing? If you must know, it's Ombre Oud Intense. Thank you. Let's see. 96 GT full bolt-on with a PA swap.
Oh, with the PI swap, yeah.
Yeah, with PI swap. With a handheld SCT tuner, had custom tunes. With custom tunes,
Oh, man.
work, or should I spend the money, take it to a dyno?
I'm gonna try to make this short. I'm gonna get off my soapbox.
Hold on. I gotta back up for this. All right, he's gonna get on his soapbox.
The quote-unquote dyno tune doesn't matter. The dyno is not the important part of that. It's somebody that knows what they're tuning to tune that particular car and combo. How they want to do it is up to them, really.
That's correct.
So, talking about, a 96, that's stock computer territory.
Yeah.
That's Motorsports territory. A lot of guys will do SCTs and stuff like that. But if you're going to try to do like a semi-self-tuning route, you put a quarter horse on it so you can log everything. You'll have to go through the full core tuning.
Okay. Well, there you go. What's going on, Neo? this cat. What's going on, Neo? My boy Matt. That's Lance R6. You know Lance R6? Yeah. Nice. So you're reading the comments.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
It's
So
weird. I got this little lag. It's like I see the real face and then not the real
yeah. So he's gonna read through the comments. If anything pops up that you guys want to answer, just go ahead and address it. With that being said, hold on, guys. Give me just a second. Let me grab this.
This is a crazy day. This is the third person on here talking about mod motors.
Mod motor. What's going on tonight with the mod motor stuff?
Mod motor, man.
Yeah, I know. Look at that. We've even got a crying baby out here. I promise you, we are not murdering our child. I promise. I know it sounds like it. So, all right. Let me get this set up so this will be a little easier so you guys.
Oh, this is a good one.
Okay, what we got?
Between a dyno tune and a driving tune.
Difference between a dyno tune and a driving
Make this
tune.
real easy. Where do you drive your car? Do you drive it on the street or do you drive it on the dyno?
Well, man, obviously you drive it on the dyno. So, look, I have to agree with him. I'm not a tuner, but I will agree. Some of your best tunes are going to come from driving the car, different load situations and things like that. So,
You have to, especially with the stick shift car.
yes.
Autos, a lot of that drivability stuff, you know, if the fuel's right, it's not that big a deal, but stick shift, you have got to put it on the street, at least for part of the process. It'll never be right.
I agree. I agree
Yeah.
completely. Mod motor is master race? What are you talking about, Garrett? I don't know. Garrett's on here.
So,
What's the best way to reach you guys?
my phone number is on our Facebook, or just message the Facebook. This phone.
Okay.
Send him naughty pics. I think that's a text line.
Oh, okay. Well, all right, guys. He said it, so there it is. He'll be changing that number before too long. All right, let's see what else we got. What was Turbo Bob saying? Dyno tuning for perfection. Yeah, but afterwards, absolutely, I agree with that.
Oh, we got a real good one.
What we got?
Ryan Jones says, how hard to tune the Terminator X for supercharger for the DIY guys?
Guys, we're gonna have to. All right, so they're probably all like, all right, what's going on here? We're gonna have to just go ahead and tell you guys. But go ahead.
Yeah,
Open
good.
a can of worms.
Good one. I'll tell you what, I never even intended to touch a Holley system for anything. I wasn't interested in it for my car, never used them, didn't know anything about them, and sure enough, the whole market shifted. Everybody had to have a Holley. Fine, nothing wrong with that. So I had to learn it, because people tune a Holley. Well, I don't know, I'll try it. Learned it for a million reasons I hate it. And I'm sorry, Holley, there's some things you do well, but I do not like that system. I would rather not.
Okay.
And this is, see, I would at least like to think I kind of know what I'm talking about, at least compared to a DIY guy.
It's true.
I
Very
would
true.
just say that. I can't make the things do what I want them to do.
Yeah.
So I'll just say it that way. I mean, I was out here with your car for the last 2 hours just trying to get it to come down to a stoplight without swinging around.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
frustrating.
All right, guys. We're just gonna go ahead and cut to the chase here because y'all are probably like, all right, what's going on here? I sense, there's a little something going on here. I don't like a lot of us who have aftermarket computers, ECUs, whatever you want to call them, right? Aftermarket setups. I think a lot of us don't need these, and Matt's really on board with this. A factory computer you can do a lot more with than what you might think. Lord, we can't dive all into this. We're gonna do a video.
I know,
We'll just touch on it, but we are to the point now. I say we. He's to the point now with all the stuff that these stock computers. He's gonna bring some awareness back to the stock computers and tuning with quarter horse and things like that. Guys, you can do a lot. I promise you can do a lot with that. Most of us never really need to go aftermarket. We were talking earlier, and honestly, I could go back to an A9L on my car with a turbo 347 heads, all this type of stuff, and probably be a lot easier to tune and be more drivable than what it is. Like I said, he's been out here messing with this thing for a couple of hours, and it's still not up to his standards. So look, you all pretty much know we're going to be going with a supercharger here pretty soon, or at some point with a retro car, with a retro Fox. And we're going to leave stock computer in this thing, so we will see. My ECU sucks. Believe me, brother. Well, I mean, some of them do, right? Yeah. Neo, exactly. So Neo knows this. Neo's been doing this for a while, and Neo, I think, actually has a couple Holly Terminator X's. So maybe I don't know. We'll see Neo's thoughts on this.
So more fuel for the bonfire is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. So, guys, we'll see on this. But I can tell you that the red car is going to stay A9L, and we're just going to do a quarter horse on it, and we're going to see, right? We're going to do a comparison with these cars once they're done. I'm going to ask his opinion, which we already know because he's already tuned all of these. But we're going to ask his opinion on which one was the easiest to tune, and then I'm going to give you my opinion on which one is more drivable, which one has less issues, all that type stuff. So don't worry, I'll be letting you guys know that. But I say you're not going to like it. Some people aren't going to like this, but ultimately, I think that this will save a lot of people a lot of money. I'll say that. And so Neo says that I got an old school question for Leech, bruh. Crystal mod. I know, just talking about that. So, all right, Neo. So, what's the deal with this? Do you know the ins and outs of it? So, yeah, we were just talking about the crystal mod. That's crazy.
Yeah, and I've never done it either. I've read about it. It is probably a little before my time because I've only been tuning for about 5 years now. I've never done it, but
he knows ish.
I've heard that if you want to go over 7,000 RPMs, you have to do it.
Yep.
And then you get to maybe 8,000, and then boom.
Well, there you go. There you go. So, any other questions? I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and do a giveaway. So we've got some Leech Motorsports gear right here. Now the shirt size, we only have 2 shirts. We have a medium and I think an extra large. Is that an extra large? Yep. So we have a medium and an extra large, and we will send you some paraphernalia here. So yeah. So we'll give you some Leech Motorsports decals, mini, multiple, whatever you want to call it. Can you even see that? No, not really. Let me back up a little bit. So you'll get a shirt, and this will be your medium, and somebody that wants the extra large, you'll get actually a tag right here because we don't have another big one here because I took that one and I'll put it over there.
Because they're in the car, right? So that goes in too.
Got the whole box.
So there you go. All right, you're gonna get some stuff. How about that? I'll probably even throw in some brutal stuff for you guys. So let's go ahead and do this giveaway. You know how we like to do it. Let me set you guys up. All right. Get down here where you guys can see me. How about that? Let's do that. All right. So let's do hashtag Leech tuned. Hashtag Leech tuned. I think that's backwards in the video, but you get it. Can we do it that way? Yeah, look at that. Slick, boy. Slick. There you go. Hashtag Leech tuned. Get after it. And we will pick a random winner. And we'll ship you some stuff. Yeah, it's fine if you misspell it or whatever. Just get close. Get close. It's fine.
I'm not the only one that drinks beer. I like this. This is how I get when I try to tie it up.
Yeah. So guys, get after it and get you some Leech gear. Go ahead and get in early on this because this guy sitting right here is going to be the premier Fox body tuner in general, coming up pretty soon. When he's ready, we're going to flip the light switch on. We're going to party. I'm telling you, it's going to be lit whenever he's ready. He's going to be the guy. So go ahead and get you some of this stuff before he becomes super popular and you can never get him on the phone. It's coming. It's coming, guys. I'm telling you, it's coming. All right. We'll let this roll for a second, and then we'll go ahead and pick a winner. Now,
see one other question here that popped up.
Okay.
Is it true that if your temp isn't running 190 to 210, the computer will make it run rich? No, not exactly.
Okay. Not exactly, he says.
So, I'm gonna come a little closer.
Yeah, come on up here.
So here's the deal on this, right? You've got open loop fueling and you've got closed loop. Closed loop is when it's reading the O2s and adjusting and doing what EFI is supposed to do. And then you've got open loop where it's not doing that. On a stock computer, your car's only in open loop for more or less 3 reasons. One, your O2s are failed, or you unplugged them or something. You shouldn't do that, but fine. 2, right after you start up the car, and until it warms up and it reads the oxygen sensor switch a little bit, so a little bit after start, and when you go full throttle, because when you go full throttle, it's asking for an AFR that's so rich, intentionally, because it needs to be to prevent detonation. Narrowband O2s can't read that. So what you're talking about that's temperature based, that's actually just in open loop fueling. So that's only going to be full throttle and after startup.
Nice.
So as long as your O2s are working and it kicks on, you're fine. And there isn't a quote unquote temperature that it has to hit for closed loop to kick in. It can kick in at 100 degrees. It can kick in at 120, 140. All it's waiting for is to see that the voltage on the O2 sensor goes up from 0. It gets up to past halfway, and then it comes back down once. And as soon as that's switched one time, it'll go into closed loop and it'll correct. So it doesn't matter.
This guy blows my mind. Okay, well, there you go, guys. There's your answer. Let's go ahead and pick a winner. All right. I don't. He said some really cool shit. But I don't know what he was talking about exactly. No. All right. So I'm just gonna scroll through. Boom. Who do we get? Charles Shelton. Charles Shelton, you are the winner. Now I'm gonna go ahead and let you pick. You have 2 choices here. You have a medium and an extra large.
We got more in there. We got small to 2X.
Small to 2X. All right. So Charles, pick which size you want. You can pretty much get any size you want. Okay. Extra large. All right. That's what he wants. Cool. I got you set up right here. So Charles, email me at brutalvlogs@gmail.com. brutalvlogs@gmail.com. Email me tonight. I'll get your shipping info, and we'll go ahead and get that out. I'm sure I can probably toss in some Brutal merch as well. Something. We'll come up with something anyway. All right. Let's go ahead and do one more giveaway because these guys got to get on the road. They gotta hit the road. They got a long road ahead of them. So let's do one more giveaway real quick, and fart. Somebody says fart.
That's my wife right there.
Oh, well, there we go. Okay, I was like, who said fart? All right, so let's go ahead and do this, guys. One more giveaway, and let's do #GOAT. Because that man is the GOAT. So let's do it. #GOAT. Let's get it right now. And you can pick your size, whoever wins. #GOAT. Let's get it. You guys seen any other questions or anything? No?
I'm just caught up in like I got fart smeller and legalized vodka, and I'm just stuck in the middle right now.
Nice. Cool. Yes. Guys, we do have a video coming where Matt was tuning on the Calypso back here. So we will have that video coming. I don't know, in the next few days or so, something like that. But we about got this thing sorted out. If we don't go back to a stock computer, would that just not blow? Like, I think the internet would blow up if we took a Holley Terminator X out and put. Maybe I need to just for content.
It might be that time.
Just for content purposes. Look, I was unaware of this. Like you know, I thought I was getting the best of the best, which I guess in a sense maybe you are, but. He kind of busted my bubble, but at the same time, I understand. I completely get it. Like, we could have done everything we needed to do with this car with a stock computer.
So here's something I want to talk about too, real quick. So there's a guy I've been seeing on the Holley forums that has made a plug-and-play adapter harness for an SN95 Mustang to hook up a Holley without having to touch any wiring. And he built a prototype. He tested on his car, it works. Now he's looking for people to do it with the Fox body, and I reached out to him and said, I want a prototype, or test one of your prototypes. If that works like I'm imagining it does, because he already got it to work on one car, what we could actually do back-to-back, same dyno, same street, same whatever, is a stock computer tune, unplug it, plug in a Holley, and I would like to do a blind test with somebody that is tucked in the kick panel and they don't know which one's running. And you tell me which one has the better drivability.
Yeah, that's true.
And we could do stuff like that if we can get a plug-and-play harness. So I'm going to really try to get him to make me one harness, and I like the idea too, because Holley now sells the ECUs directly. You don't have to buy the whole kit.
Oh, okay.
Because I think they started selling them for people to have like replacement units and shops that try to keep stuff in stock.
So that's a little cheaper then, for sure.
Yeah, they're like $650 for just the ECU. So basically, you have to buy a harness and a wideband sensor.
Nice.
So something to think about.
True. All right, let's go ahead. pick another winner here. And Loch Ness Fox. Brother, you have won again. And you know what? You can win over and over and over again on this channel because this isn't a talk radio station here. So you can win as many times as you want to. So Loch Ness Fox, you already know my email. Go ahead. And he's the one, yeah. So you've already won, Loch Ness. You don't have to keep it's like you've won, brother. Whatever floats your goat, I like it.
TJ's question?
No, what's up?
SCT chip tune, good or old school? Question mark. Should I switch to Holly, NA into mods?
Okay, so SCT, here's the thing. SCT is still a piggyback chip, right? So the difference between an SCT chip and a quarter horse is the quarter horse you can actually do data logging and hook it up and see what everything's doing and make real-time adjustments and all that. SCT is basically a canned chip tune that they just say, what do you have on your car? They send you out a chip and it is what it is. They're not gonna see a data log, they're not gonna do revisions. If they're gonna do revisions, you're gonna mail a chip back and then get a new one and do it again. And I'm not gonna name any names or whatever, there's a handful of tuners that kind of do stuff that way. And as many of these cars as I've messed with on stock computer tuning, if you can't see data logs to ensure that certain things are right, that the sensors are working, that the system behaves as it should, it is very unlikely you will ever get the car to run the way it's supposed to, even if the tuner really knows what they're doing, because every car is a little different and it doesn't take much for fuel to get all sideways and there's a lot to it. So at the end of the day, the logic is going to be the same whether you use an SCT or a modes. You're going to use the logic of the stock computer and somebody adjusts the settings in it.
Yeah, there you go.
Same software. I mean, it doesn't even matter. Yeah.
So Loch Ness Fox, aka Flood Guy. Bama sucks. Go ahead. Tell me what size you want. We'll get you hooked up. So we need to know that now, though, so Matt can go out there and pull the right shirt for you guys, or for you. So let me know what size you want, and we'll go ahead and get this in the mail. But go ahead and send me an email as well. Yeah, congrats on the win. So we've got a couple questions asking about this thing.
Oh, hold on.
Look.
Hold on, let me get this back. This almost happened earlier, and because I found this, I don't know, maybe 5-pound sledge, and
yeah. So I come back in the shop, and he's got the sledgehammer over the top of this thing. So, look, guys, let's just kind of simplify this real quick. Like, can you simplify this for people in a way of like, what benefits do you have? Because I think a lot of people think that you're going to get more out of like a Terminator X, more out of an aftermarket computer. Will you like explain to them that tuning is tuning? I mean, there's not really, you want your car to run right with the mods that you put on it, right? And for the most part,
Sure.
That can all be done with the stock computer still to this day. I know it seems old school, guys. I know it does, and it may be, but it still works, and it works really good. So, yeah, I mean, any
well, yeah, I mean, on that kind of stuff, the way I look at it is this: look at the features of what you get. Don't get caught up in, oh, it comes with a new harness, or my capacitors might be leaking or whatever. I mean, you can replace that stuff, but if you want to get into the logic of what's going on, if you need line lock, two-step, bump box, launch control, traction control, that kind of stuff, a stock computer can't do it. There's not logic in there that can be tuned to make it do that. So you legitimately then need something that can do that. Can a Holly do that stuff? Yes. Can a Megasport do that stuff? Yes. Can a bunch of other systems do that stuff? Yes. Which one's right for you? I don't know. But like, that's the thing. If you don't need those features, stock computer's just fine. And that's basically my cutoff.
Exactly. Okay, so if you're wondering where like all of this is stemming from, for me, now don't get me wrong, the Terminator X was a lot easier to use and a lot easier to get the car to idle over the Mega Squirt for me anyway. I noticed a big difference in that. So I do like it. There are some features though with the Mega Squirt that I prefer myself. But if you're wondering where all this is kind of stemming from, we're still dealing with a little bit of an issue with the Calypso, right? It's just still not 100%, and he's definitely not happy with it. And There's no magic wand that you can wave over these things. And I'm not saying that a car with an A9L is just going to be perfect. I'm not saying that, guys. But what I am saying is there's no magic pill, right? And just because you have an aftermarket computer doesn't mean that it's going to work right. I mean, you got to have somebody that knows what the hell they're doing. Stock computer's pretty much going to be close anyway, right? So you go in and make a couple tweaks and whatnot, but you've got something that has an actual legit bass tune already in it versus these bass tunes that aren't even close
they're
all
garbage.
the time.
They're really bad.
So where it's coming from is the fact that we're still kind of tinkering with the Calypso. Am I happy with it? Yeah, to be honest with you, I am. I'm happy with it, but it's still like, damn, I thought we would be past this at this point. But it's just the way it is, guys. It's just the way it is. And we got to talking, and he's like, why don't, we got to talking about the red car and putting a supercharger on it. And he asked, I think you asked me what I was going to use to tune it with or whatever. And I was like, I don't know, whatever you want to do. And he was like, please go stock computer. And I was like, you know what? Why not? Let's do that. And the more we got to talking about it, the more I understood, his logic behind it. And hey, we're going to put it to the test. That's more than likely, well, not more than likely. That's what we're going to be doing. It's just a matter of when we're going to be doing it. But let's see. Neo says my turbo car still have it. It works. So as you all know, Neo's still running the stock A9L, and he enjoys it. It works great. I mean, his car's flying, right? So like he said, if you need a bunch of different inputs and things like that, and you're trying to control other things, I mean, I get it, I understand it, but for me, I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing any of that stuff.
And and one other thing I'll say on that too is think about it. If maybe you just need one of those extra features, like you need a two-step. You can plug in an MSD box and get a two-step, and it's going to work just fine, And
if you want temperature control fans, that's nothing new. I mean, we've been doing that forever.
Standalone fan controllers. I run a standalone on mine. I mean,
exactly.
And actually, the stock A9L can do that too if you just run a wire. So
I know that. So there you go. There you go, guys. Pretty cool. Let me go back and check who this was. I assume. Oh, Greg. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Greg, for the super sticker there. And hey, I hate to mention this, but if you guys don't know already, we do have a membership option for you guys now where I basically put out videos either a day early or a few hours early, something like that. And I got two different options for you. I got a GT package and a Cobra package. I think the GT is $2.99 and the Cobra package is $5.99, and it helps the channel out. They're the same thing. You get the same options no matter which package you pick. It's just a matter of what you want to spend. Mike is in the house. Gonna have to go back and rewatch this. Yeah, just getting here. So I actually got a chance to meet Mike, and super nice guy, which, I mean, as you all know, he's an awesome guy. But picked up a few things from him, and we're gonna cover that in an upcoming video. So that's going. One of the things that we got is probably gonna piss a few people off. I don't know if we're gonna use it or not, but we got it either way. So hey, really nice meeting you guys in Texas. For those of you that made it, I appreciate it. It was an awesome time. And hopefully I'll be able to make it next year, but more than likely I won't because of my work schedule. Anyway, anybody else? So Loch Ness Fox, I don't know if you did or not, but you gotta send me an email. Let me know. Never mind, he just says a double X.
I got
so
you.
We just got that. It just rolled in, so thank you. But yeah, send me an email and we'll go ahead and get all this stuff out. Feels good to fix my overheating problem. The radiator had to go. Yeah, okay. Just installed the SVE radiator. Awesome.
Here's another one. This is a hot topic. We're gonna have a video on this at some point. I've recorded this video like 4 times and I've just never edited it and done anything with it. Controlling the Holley, using a Holley, controlling your idle air valve using an advanced one-dimensional table rather than their out-of-the-box logic. There's a video that's been real popular in the Ford Holley groups for about the last 6 months or so. Guys, I tried it on like 10 or 12 different cars. Probably some of the people that are watching this right now I have worked with and tried it on their cars. And for the exact same reason why your car, when it comes back to a stop, has one blip back up, it's the same reason that when you try to do that, it's still going to do that, because there's logic you cannot get rid of in Holley that when you reapproach idle, it opens the valve 17% more than wherever it's at. And you cannot avoid it.
And we saw that earlier. He showed it to me. There's nothing you can do about it. It comes down, the car's good, and all of a sudden it adds another, 17% to it. So yeah.
And then it revs back up, and then it'll settle.
Yeah.
So, and somebody else made a comment on here that, the Ford idle air valve does very little until it gets up to 40% duty cycle, which is true. It does flow air, just not very much. And they're saying use the GM style idle air valve instead. A lot of people do it, AccuFab sells an adapter, stuff like that. Well, here's why I don't want to use that, because that same 17% duty cycle increase happens no matter which valve you use. The Holley does flow a lot of air in that first 20%. When that opens up 17, the flare's even worse. I'd rather be on a valve that doesn't flow very much air, because I wish I could just get rid of it completely. And I can't. So I've thought through this stuff. I've tried it with 2D tables. I've tried it using 4 different 2D tables based on coolant temp, air temp modifiers. I've been through this. I've spent so many hours trying it, and someday Holley's going to make an update that doesn't do that 17%, and my world will be a happier place.
Yeah.
Holley, if you're watching, whoever your engineers are, I will send you a 6-pack of the finest beer if you will just make that stop.
That's it, but something, whatever you want, right? Yeah, absolutely. Loch Ness Fox, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And I think I missed somebody else earlier that sent
Wheels
some
motion over there.
Yeah, I don't, guys. I'm sorry, whoever that was that sent a super chat earlier. Thank you so much.
It was Jerry Abbott.
It was Jerry. Okay, so thank you so much, Jerry. Did he ask a question or did he just send?
No.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
That Jerry in Oklahoma City?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Jerry?
Jerry's in here.
He rolled down my house one time. He just like rolled up in a Fox body. Saw we were working on a Fox body out in the garage. And I'm like, oh, what's up, man? He came up and talked to us.
Nice.
We've seen him a bunch of times. He's come out to
Nice.
events and stuff now. Yeah, what's up, Jerry?
Yeah, I've tried to tell you guys, like, if you don't know, if you're new to the Fox Body game, like, this is a community. This is a whole world. It's different. I don't know. People just talk differently, do things differently, help people. Let's see, what was that? Maybe go with a second row. Stuff is hard to read on. I don't usually do it this way. We got Philip on here tonight. Matt or Brew. I have the SVE fans with a controller that comes with it. Surge. Is this common with the kit? Will it take out an alternator eventually? Different controller. So I guess they're having an issue.
Like an amperage issue.
Well, yeah. So the stock computers have logic that when the AC kicks on, which also is going to kick on fans if you have that kind of thing. It opens up the idle air valve to compensate, and it has like this load offset thing that it does. So it basically should be where you don't notice anything. You run a standalone fan controller, it has no clue when that fan kicks on or off and the extra load. So
Gotcha.
I don't know that there's a great solution, but truth is, man, unless you're having like major voltage drops when fans kick on, if everything else is tuned well with the stock computer, you really shouldn't notice anything with a dip in RPMs or anything like that.
There you go, guys. John Doe says A9L for me. Nice. Let's see. All right, guys. Anybody else? Guys, look through, see if there's anything that y'all want to address. And if not, we'll go ahead and wrap this thing up. Tyler, thank you so much. If I purchase a hat from you, could you and the guys sign it? I'll wear it every day. Yeah, I don't think I have very many hats. Yeah, we could do that. Absolutely. You guys cool with signing a hat?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I tell you what you do. 3 hats left. Okay, so the wife says that there's 3 hats left.
Man, she's on point right now.
She's on there. So go to Shop Brutal right now, shopbrutal.com. Pick out the hat that you want, and my wife will let me know when the hat comes through, and we'll go ahead and we'll all sign it if that's what you want to do, ma'am. I'm limited on Lamar. Okay, so Lamar sent me an email, but what was I saying? Yeah, just go ahead and do that, and we don't have like 3 different ones left, but I'd be more than glad to do that for you. All right, Straminsky, thank you. It went away. Just bought the Terminator, but if not needed, I might just stay A9L. The shit has started.
I did it.
You've
I
already
converted one person.
It's already started. This is what he wanted right here. So that's a real look. That's a real topic right now. Okay, so you opened the door for this conversation. I feel like, and this is a good point, a good spot to be able to interject. All right. So you got somebody that bought a Terminator X, right? He bought it because he was told that's the best way to go. He's got this Terminator X, and now he's hearing this, and he doesn't know what to do. So what would be the next step for you? Ask him what his setup is, what his expectations are out of the car.
Number one, post it on Facebook Marketplace for $250 more than you paid for it because somebody else wants it that bad. Don't even take it out of the box. Don't touch it. Let it be somebody else's problem. And then take like half of that money and buy a quarter horse and a license for binary editor and wideband. And then we'll tune it for you, and you'll still be out. Probably have an extra $400 or $500 in your pocket when you're done.
Yeah, and look, guys, don't think that I'm just like flipping the script on y'all, and I like absolutely hate Holly, and I'm like, no, that's not what this is.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, that's not what the case is here. Now he's always felt this way. This isn't anything new. All right, so you bought a hat.
Sweet.
All right, I see the hat order. Look, I'll come back to that in a second. Okay, yeah. Where's my straw, Garrett? If you don't get your silly ass off here with that. All right, so we will go ahead and sign the hat, whichever hat that you got. We'll go ahead and sign it up for you, man. But basically what I was trying to say is he's felt this way for a while with the Hollies. It's not really needed. I do think that there's some good points. The fact that it has a new harness and everything else. But guys, if you've never installed one of these things, they're not easy. They're not. I know people.
Tyler says it's ordered.
It's ordered. Okay, well, I mean, it can be sent back or whatever the case may be. If your question is this, can you tune my car with a stock computer in it? That's what I need to know. Yes, the answer is yes, and it's going to cost you less money to do that. It all really depends on what you want out of the car. If you want to control a bunch of different things and whatnot, and you just want that Holley Terminator X, then I guess so. But, I mean, will it work? Yeah, it'll work without it. Absolutely. And this guy absolutely would love to prove to the world that that's the case. And I'd like to see it too, because honestly, it saved a lot of you a lot of money. It would have saved me a lot of money, but he didn't bother to talk me out of it, so whatever.
Here's a good one. The A9L and the X3Z computers. The X3Z is the one that came in the 93 Cobra only. A9L came in, stick shift, normal 5.0s. Are they interchangeable? They said they thought they did some research at one point that the pinouts on the harness are different. They even run off of the same ECU strategy. It's the same.
Okay. So
with the custom tune, actually, there is no difference between any Mass Air Fox Body ECU. You can run the strategy designed for an auto or a stick shift and have all the settings at your disposal and set them however you want to set them.
Okay.
Just like the computer that's in my car. First one you ever seen, what was it?
Yeah, I never heard of this. Yeah, I actually learned about a new ECU that I never even seen. It's just whatever's in his car right now. And I'm like, all right, we're going to run an A9L. Whatever, it's like a
D3D.
D3D, I don't even know what that is. Said it came out of a 93 5.0?
Yep, that's what it was written on it.
People asking, what about their A9P? It can be tuned the same.
It's exactly the same. The only thing is, and I have a video about this out there, that if you're going to put an ECU in the car that is not the one that was literally in the car from the factory, you have to make sure that you do not put anything for a manual transmission, any ECU for a manual transmission in a car that has the oxygen sensor harness for an automatic, or the ECU will fry immediately. You can do it the other way around.
Yeah.
If you want to, that's fine, but you can't do that. There's a whole video about it. Ron Francis sells the harness you need. If you need the right harness, you can depin it yourself and change it.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, if you're going to get a custom tune, you can use any of those computers and you can get the same end game out of all of them.
Very true. But what about boost, Matt? There's no way you can use a stock A9L and put boost on a car and it's not going to work. It's just not going to work, man.
Well, it's interesting because, yeah, it's not based on map sensor, right? Like Holley, you have a map sensor. It's based specifically off of your pressure, so you tune it. So, yeah, stock computer's not that way. It's Mass Air. But if you know how much boost you're making at peak boost, turbo, it's usually it spools and then it's real flat if nothing's wrong. Supercharger, centrifugal, it's real linear all the way up the RPM band. So as long as you know how much total boost you're making and your tuner knows how to tune for that amount of boost, it doesn't really matter. And it's all load based, so as the load, or essentially the airflow, continues to go up, you can have it pull timing however you see fit. So if you told me, yeah, it makes 10 pounds, then we'll tune it for 10 pounds and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Put the appropriate fuel and timing targets in it, that's fine.
Yeah, so my point there in that comment is, I think a lot of people, well, I say a lot of people, I know that there are people out there thinking, well, okay, yeah, that might be cool if I'm NA, right? If I'm naturally aspirated, then sure, you can tune my computer. What these people aren't understanding is you can do whatever you want to do with it. You can do boost, you can do nitrous, you can do supercharger, turbo, supercharger, it doesn't matter. These A9Ls can still be tuned, A9P, whatever the case may be. Can still be tuned no matter what.
Neo's asking if I ever did any like the DA1 computers, the speed density Fox bodies. Yeah, I've done a few. They're just, because of the pre-tuning days, that was the common thing, right? You mass error convert your car. Most people did that. So I just don't see them that often. But what I figured out is that, when I use this binary editor software, it comes with they call them strategy files that you need. There's one for every ECU and every, whatever. The one that they give you for free with the software, I love the core tuning guys and I use their product every day and I love it. That strategy is incomplete and it's very bad, the free one. There's a dude named Derek Fenwick out in the UK who goes by Sailor Bob. If you look at him, all these old forums, Derek has made a DA1 strategy that's much more complete. And other than the fact that it's speed density and not mass air, most of the logic and settings are all there at your disposal and it's pretty much the same thing. So, the idle type logic, the spark tables and the way all that works, it's pretty much the same. So, yeah, I've tuned a few DA1s. There's some weird limits, it's, you can't tune for boost with a map sensor directly, technically, because it's a 1-bar map sensor. That map sensor in that ECU is never designed for boost. So you have to do like RPM-based hacks to make it work for boosted applications, where you just, like, if you just know I need 30% more fuel at this RPM to get it where it's supposed to be, you can do that stuff. Yeah, it's not for, you got to really know what you're doing or it's going to be easy to screw up. Not boosted car though, as long as you use the Sailor Bob strategy, yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, Neo knew exactly what you were talking about.
Yeah, you've been out a long time.
So, Garrett, on that, no, I do appreciate it, but I wouldn't use the footage more than likely, but I do appreciate it.
Todd Means asked, A90L 347 stroker, ported heads, FTI custom cam. What is the turnaround time for custom tune in it?
The turnaround time is it's a process, getting you the base tune, we could have to tomorrow if that's what you want to do. But just sending you a file and you loading it, that's not tuning. That's a starting point. We got to get data logs and go through a process. Best case, 3 or 4 weeks is usually the whole process until we go, yeah, I think it's all pretty much there and we're happy. Some cars go on for over a year. It just happens, and every car's different. Some people get busy. They go silent for a while.
Yeah.
I've had stuff like people get COVID, and they're down for a month, and then they come back around. Okay, I'm ready to keep going on the project now.
So can we talk about some of the options as to what do they need to know if they want their car tuned? So I think a lot of people think they just bring it to you, drop it off. If that's the case,
sure.
Bring it to you, drop it off. Obviously, that's not the case, and especially if you're tuning, remote tuning, if you will, it's not the case. So what's a scenario that you might have to go through if you're tuning something for somebody? Like, what do they need? They need an internet connection.
Basically, it kind of depends on how much you want to learn. One of the first things I always ask you is, like, do you really just not care how this gets done? You just want it tuned and you want it right? Or are you trying to learn as we go? And I'm super comfortable walking through this stuff with you, taking the time. We can go through all that. I'll teach you whatever you want to know. There's no secrets. Some people legitimately don't want to know, and that's okay too. Mm-hmm. So if you don't care, you just want it tuned, you fill out a vehicle information sheet that we'll send to you. You pay a PayPal invoice, and basically as long as you get a Motes quarter horse chip and a license for binary editor, that's really all you need. We'll email you the base tune file with some instructions on how we want you to drive the car, what we want you to log, whatever. You send that back, we do a revision, and it's just back and forth through email. If you do want to be the person that wants the hands-on deal, which is really just an option, it's whatever you want to do, then that first session, we actually don't send you a file. We do a live, like WebEx or Zoom type deal. Mm-hmm. We build the tune together from scratch. So we'll load up a stock calibration for A9L or A9P, whatever it is, and we just build the tune together. We look at that vehicle info sheet that you fill out, and we just start from the top of the tune and work our way down and change whatever's necessary. And then at that point, we'll email you the file. You'll flip around so you're sharing your screen with us. You'll hook into the car. Hopefully, if you can get Wi-Fi, like even just in your garage or wherever the car is to idle, we'll do a live idle tuning session. We can control your laptop and make whatever adjustments are necessary, check out the sensors and the readings. And then once we can get it to where it idles well and you can rev it, it comes up and doesn't stumble or anything weird, we send you out driving, and then the rest of it's back and forth through emails. And if anything just gets really weird and we just can't figure out why something's wrong, then sometimes we do extra live sessions if we need to.
Yes. So that's the exact same thing that we did the first time. You took me through, you took control of the computer, walked me through everything, and it was super helpful. Like, he knows the stuff, I'm telling you, in and out. So no issues there. And like you said, it doesn't bother him a bit to be able to show you how to do it. So, but you do need to know that it's not just like, I don't think some people understand. It's not like you got to your mailbox and he mails you a chip and like you put the chip in the car and it's tuned. It doesn't. That's not how this works. So just understand. Just give them a call. Message them or whatever. They'll fill you in. I know a lot of people don't fully understand, and that's fine. But it's not a hard process, but it's going to require a little bit of legwork from you as well. Okay, so you got to understand that it's not just on these guys, and you're able to just say, "Yeah, I want you to tune my car." You're going to have to do some stuff for him. Okay, you're going to have to help him out, or else he's not going to be able to do this. So just know that ahead of time. Anything else?
And also, very important, know what is on your car.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times people they'll buy a car that they know is kind of not running right, and they'll say, "Hey, I'm just looking for a tuner. I need to get it sorted out." But you start asking basics like head cam intake, what's on it, and to get a bunch of I don't knows. It's really hard for me to tune those. And best case, even if we move forward with the project, it's going to be a real conservative tune. It's probably just lacking in a lot of different ways. You really got to know the parts combo. You got to know your injectors. You need to use injectors that you have data for. We've talked about this so many times. You need to know what your mass air is. You need to have the mass air and the size tubing it was designed to be in. Stuff like that.
What about cubic inches? Is that important as well?
It's important to know, but honestly, if it's one of those deals that's like, it might be a 302, like stock bore, it might be a 306, doesn't really matter. But if it's actually a stroker, or it's like a 351 based, or big block or whatever it is, yeah, it does matter, because all the load measurements that timing and fuel are based on are derived because of knowing cubic inches, and if that's wrong, everything's kind of off.
Yep.
So pretty important. Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, guys, you got a little bit of an inside scoop. We didn't really think we were going to go this deep into it. We've actually been on here for 46 minutes, but we just get to rolling with stuff, right? And we want to help people. We want to talk about stuff. And please, if you're still here, because I know how this goes on the internet, now all of a sudden I've flipped the script and I'm a Holly hater. No, that's not the case. Guys, just understand that there are different ways of doing it. And, I've kind of been enlightened lately that this stock A9L stuff still works good. I don't know where, you would just get lost, right? We get lost in all this new technology, and you got to buy this and you got to buy that. Some of you guys are going to want to do that. Some of you guys are going to want to stay Holly or some type of aftermarket computer. You got stuff you need to use it for, and I get that. That's cool. But for the majority of us, that's not the case. We can still go old school and get the same performance. If you don't believe me, go check out Neo Mustangs. He's still doing it to this day. Right now, he tunes his own stuff. Yeah. All right, we're gonna sign some hats, and we're gonna do this live.
Oh boy!
So that you guys can see.
This is a very special moment for us.
Yeah.
This will be the first thing that Leech has ever signed for anybody ever.
Nice.
Because we're not that special.
Oh, but you're gonna be. You're gonna be all right. Well, there is.
Who's that?
Yeah, what?
There is Brutal right there.
It's like it doesn't say Leech on it. Who's this
Yeah.
guy?
So here we go. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this on camera. So
Scribble.
Yeah.
My penmanship has seen better days.
that works, man. It works. So we got the Leech Motorsports crew signing your hat, man. I think that's really cool. Awesome.
Got David in on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Doing work. It's official.
Nice.
Philip said, sign it, Tuner Jesus.
Tuner Jesus.
I'm working on that, man.
Yeah.
I haven't had a haircut in like a year.
I
and a
know,
half.
right? Yeah, the tuning Jesus. This is awesome. Well, guys, look. I know that I kind of sprung this on you, and you're like, "Huh, what? Leech is over there? Yeah, sure, man. We got Leech in the house. I mean, these guys are here, but that was just something that we had talked about. We knew you all were going to be kind of coming through, and we actually have a video coming out. But I just thought it'd be cool to get on here and do a live stream with you guys and ask a couple questions and things like that. But like I said, they've got to get back on the road, so we can't keep them all night. But this has been awesome. I want to thank you guys for stopping by.
Thanks for the pizza, because that was rocking.
Yeah, we had some really
Shout
good
out
pizza.
to, what was that?
David's Pizza. David's Pizza was freaking awesome, guys. Any of you guys around this area, David's Pizza is no joke. It's awesome. But look, we got your hat done. We'll go ahead and get that shipped out as well. So yeah, man, we're just having fun. Yeah, good listen for the ride home. Thanks. Yep, appreciate it, Garrett. And thanks everybody for listening and all the support. Everything else. It's been awesome.
Just a reminder, make sure you stop by our booth at Foxtoberfest next weekend.
Absolutely.
Yep.
There you go, guys. You have to do it that way. It works though, right? So stop by and see the guys at Leech Motorsports. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. And as always, thanks for watching.